Hello, this is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints. Today I'm going to show you how you can use Prusaslicer 2.0 with multiple parts. Stay tuned at Zachary 3D Prints. Hello, this is Zachary from Zachary 3D Prints. Today I'm going to show you how you can get the latest Prusaslicer 2.1.0. Why? Because I received last week an email from Prusa Labs that the beta version is out. And how much do we want to test out some new software? Well, at least I do. I like to testing some new software. So when it can go wrong, then you are the only one to blame. But that being said, let's get right into today's video. Oh, little side note. Last video I got some things about the audio sound of this microphone. It's from Trust. I do trust it. You can hear me, but it is very darkened. I don't know which setting that I need to change. I'm not an audio technician for that. I tried, but this is the best I can get. I can put it like this, I can put it like this, but it's not getting better at this moment. So bear with me, but as long as I'm clearly to hear. So that being said, let's get into today's video and stop with the chit chat. So Prusaslicer 2.1.0 Beta 2. I believe that the 2 is referring to the second beta version that is out. It's not officially on the site of Prusa Labs. No, this one comes from GitHub, but there is also a connection with Prusa. Why? I saw a lot of Prusa things ending on the GitHub website or github.com. I will put the link in the description so that you can also go and find this out. So we are going to get to the download. Well, you've got different kind of downloads. You need to watch for the, in my case, Windows 64 plus WinZip file. So I'm going to press on it. It's 33 MB big. In the meantime, it's going to get on my laptop, so it's already done. I'm going to open it. Just a second. I don't expect that much of it, that it is very different than the Prusaslicer 2.0. It's a great slicing software and we are going to check this out. So then we go into the exe file. Yeah, unzip it, of course. Yes. In the downloads. Doesn't really matter where you're going to put the installation of this. We are just going to unzip this file in the download folder, and from there out I'm going to install Prusaslicer 2.1.0 Beta 2. Whew. Okay. In the meantime, if you are familiar with my site but didn't subscribe, please subscribe to my channel. More 3D printing videos are coming. As I mentioned in previous video, I'm a starter on YouTube with 3D printing. I'm printing for 1.5 years, maybe 2 years already. I really enjoy 3D printing, but I'm doing this YouTube channel to show you that also me as a 40-year can learn how to start with 3D printing. So that being said, we are going to install the PrusaSlicer beta version. So just looking for the right file. No. Then we're going back. Mesa. No. That is a DLL file. Let's start with the extension, well, more information. So on understand, I get the message that there is something with the software and it's not safe. So it can happen that it's not running. It's a beta version, so it can happen that the software is not working well. I see something happening and I'm going to see how this is looking. Welcome to the PrusaSlicer configuration wizard. Of course, just like the other one, this is a wizard. It's the exe file. I'm not going to pin it to my taskbar because then I will have two exactly the same icons on my taskbar, and I really need to keep track which PrusaSlicer it is. Of course, I don't think it's really that problem, because in the left corner, as you can see as well, it's saying that it's the beta 2 version. So next, you get all the Prusa 3D printer, of course, but we are going to add a custom printer and define custom printer profile, and then we are calling it Ender 3 Pro because I've got an Ender 3 Pro 3D printer. Next, so for my 3D printer, it's a Merlin, I guess. Merlin? Yeah, it's a Merlin. Next one, the bed size. Because I'm using those clips for my glass plate on my 3D printer, the normal size is 235, but I make 220 by 220 of it. Origin is at 0. You can also put some texture and a model. I don't know why, but I need to find out what this all is about. The nozzle diameter is 0.4 millimeters and the filament diameter is 1.75 millimeters. Of course, we are in the Netherlands, so that is that. Extrusion temperature, it's standard on 200 degrees Celsius, also for here in the Netherlands. And the bed temperature for PLA, you don't really need 60 degrees Celsius. You can also put it at 0, but for a better adhesion and making sure that it will stick to the building plate, I recommend to at least have 50, 55 or 60 degrees. So that being said, next, and then, well, reading automatic updates and update, and then we click the finish button. So that is that. The PrusaSlicer software looks the same. We are going now to start a other video. So now we are going to use the PrusaSlicer 2.1 Beta 2. Yeah, sorry, I need to mention that because it's the second beta version of PrusaSlicer 2.1. So, okay, let's get into the slicing software. Okay, well, you need of course to have some 3D models, and in my case I have on the D drive, I've got some 3D models that I can use for this. So for example, we are going to use, yes, of course, the watcher again. Or shall we do another object like the yeah, we are going to use the watcher files, and then we are taking all the files. Open. And then it's going to process. So what I did, I'm going to do multiple parts, and as you can see, it's very compacted. Prusa does it, but it are all the things that I need. As I mentioned, my 3D printer settings are 220 by 220, so the building plate is all right. So we are going to use the first one. Yeah, we are going to rotate it, and we are going to select something else. Then I'm going to take everything out of there to make sure that I have every kind of part. As you can see, the filament type in my on my building plate is colored bluish, greenish, so that's why it's that color. These are the neck parts, these are the tail parts, this is the middle body. So I need to look where I'm going to put all the parts so that I can put them flat, the building surface. So, and there you have the leg parts, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So always make sure that when you are going to do multiple parts for models like the Watcher from Horizon Zero Dawn, that you are using the right surface to select if you want to put it down. So let's see. Oh, okay, this looks a little bit different. So we are going to use that one. We are going to put it flat, but I already get a notification that the objects outside the print area was detected. So we are going to move it. I can also use the shortcut keys on the keyboard, but I will do it like this. We are going to rotate it a little bit in the green direction, and then let's see if we can put it flat. So we are selecting it and then put it here, there, bang. So another object, and we are selecting that one, this one. You always need to make sure that everything is on the right place to put. Yeah, my English is not my native language. As you can hear, I'm a Dutch guy. It's not really a problem. And I like to show you guys how you can do 3D printing. Something like this. That is the surface that I want to lay flat on. Oh. Oh. And then afterwards I can move the parts like I want, and there we are going to use the move tool. When you're hovering over it, it will show you which kind of key you can use. Scale model, that's the S, the rotate is the R, the place on face, that's the F, and then the cut tool. When you have one big object, one big model that you want to 3D print, it's possible to cut it in smaller pieces so you can print the largest kind of things possible. I'm sorry. So now we are pressing the R button for rotate, and now we are going to switch between rotate and move. So first I'm going to move it a little bit, so M button like this, and then the R button to rotate. You need to watch which one that you need to have. It's not that difficult. It's I like to use the slicer, PrusaSlicer 2.0. I've already made a video of it, so I will put a link in the description, and then you can also watch that one. Maybe I'm going to put it as an end video, or I'll put the link in the upper corner of this video. So now I'm pressing the M, and I like this slicer software quite a lot. So I'm now here outside of the area, then I'm pressing the R for rotate. I know the building plate is 220 by 220, so I'm going to try to put it as best as possible. As you can see, I can still move objects when I'm having the rotate function on. Just 90 degrees turning like this. Always make sure that when you're using PrusaSlicer, I notice on other moments that it makes a circle or a little line around the whole building plate, so that you can see where the print area is going to be. Make sure that you will stay within the limits. So I always make sure that there are 2 blocks between the model and the edge. So 2 there. Hopla. Then we are going to rotate this one like this for 90 degrees. Then we are going to move it also within the 2 blocks. Then rotate, the R for rotate. I don't know how long that you are in the 3D printing and how much that you use the PrusaSlicer 2.0, and if you are using Cura. So put in the comments which kind of slicer software that you used the most, and why that you are maybe changing over to a other slicer software. 90 degrees, and then we are moving it because still outside of the parameter of my building plate, something like this. Then try to move it. I see that I'm not within my own limits. There I see that I have to move this head a little bit, the back side of the head of the watcher. Something like this. I can also say that I'm going to rotate it like this, 90 degrees, and then moving this object a little bit more to the side. Always take notice of the brim that is going to be printed around it. If your model has very less place to be printed on, then this one you really need to take notice of. Yes. So I see that the neck part is not going to fit like this, so I need to check out if I can twist it 90 degrees. This one is the opposite side, so also 90 degrees, and then pressing M, and then we are going to move it. Well, this is not going to fit, so we are rotating at 180 degrees. We can always make a combination of some parts to be moved. So this one doesn't fit here. So just move it a little bit closer to there. You can print as much as possible in one go. You can also choose to put only two, 3 or 4 parts at one time. But I choose to do it like this. I can check to rotate it a little bit more, like this. Then move it. Within the two, this one I'm going to move also a little bit more. Try to stay as much as possible between the two blocks. If something is wrong, then you can see where you need to pay attention for the next print batch. Something like this. And then this one I'm going to rotate. How many of you did play a lot of Tetris in the past, or maybe still playing Tetris? It's not one of my favorite games, but it's so addictive to keep on playing. So 2, 2, there will fit. There's one little piece there. It's not a misprint, it's supposed to be there. Pay always attention to what you have on your print bed and what's actually being printed. Keep as a reference. Maybe you can also take a screenshot of it. It's not a very strange thing to do, because sometimes you see that the 3D printer is printing something, but it looks differently than you think you saw. So maybe also good to check that one out. So last two parts, 90 degrees. We are going to move it then. So try to put it in the middle a little bit. Also this one, we are going to rotate in the opposite direction, 90 degrees, not more, also not less. So, and if all parts are within the two blocks that I do, and then that's done. I check it and I see that everything is almost within the two blocks. It looks perfect like this, I guess. Everything is almost laying flat on it. What I can see is that it's pretty good. No things are sticking out. So this can be printed without supports. There are some 3D prints that need support, but in this case everything is engineered like this that you don't need to have any supports. And I lay it all flat on the flat surfaces, so you can start 3D printing it like this. The only thing you need to do, of course, and it's not such a difficult thing to do, slice now. I do need to mention that my 3D printer at this moment is not working, so I cannot show you how my 3D print model is looking like. I need to make some minor adjustments and on my Ender 3 Pro, because filament is curling up, so I need to see what's wrong in the hot end. So that being said, now you see that the slicing is nearly done. It's still processing, and as you can see, you see the thin small line around, oh well, it's not green anymore, it's now brownish, the skirt line around it. So when that line is being printed and it's all within the edges of your 3D printer, then you did a well done job. That being said, that is the end of this video of Zachary 3D prints, showing you the PrusaSlicer 2.1.0 Beta 2 version. So you can install it, you can download it, you can install it of course, then start using it. It's from Prusa and it's a very nice slicing software to have. That being said, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for liking this video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Happy 3D printing and stay tuned at Zachary 3D Prints.